Let's move on. Dr. Bawumia pledges to sanitize small-scale mining sector. And we want to just quickly read a quick story there. Bawumia pledges to combat Galamsey through preventive measures and sustainable mining. The story here says, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has stated that his approach to the fight against illegal mining, locally known as Galamsey, will be to prevent it. This, he said, will be done through sanitizing the small-scale mining space by empowering the Geological Survey Authority to prospect for minerals and create a resource pool of equipment that supports sustainable mining. Now, speaking at the gathering in Bonkatamanso as part of his campaign tour, he said, we are trying to always chase people, but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey Authority of Ghana does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error and destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig. They don't find, they go to the next place and start digging. They don't find, they go to the next place and start digging. Anyway, let me just end it here.
Yeah, David.
Yes. So
I think it's unfair if I let her go away with a bit about saying we shouldn't use taxpayers' money.
I thought we've moved on.
No, David.
We don't have time.
She can't twist my words and I'll sit here and let it be. I'm not saying we shouldn't use taxpayers' money, but it's obvious the NDC is on a wild goose chase. That's why I said that I hope, per the EC's response, I hope the data they are talking about is in their petition.
Okay,
I hope they didn't prevent a hollow petition. The data is in there so the EC can cross-check. If they haven't done it, they do it, and they engage everybody. And at this point, it's not a matter of engaging the NDC,
okay,
because they register borders on anybody, and this should be addressed at IPA. And if anybody has any further reason, they are the court. We have the courts to decide on some of these things. Right. So we shouldn't limit some of these things to the Maslok CEO who took market women's money is still on the run. David, to addressing Galamsey, you see the challenge with this problem I've maintained, like I said last week, is a collaborative effort. It's not an issue that anybody should have the conscience to politicize or anything. But that's what we are talking about. What ideas do you have to tackle our problems in this country? And yesterday, Dr. Bawumia, as he usually does, came out with what you have. But when you go further to page 198 of our manifesto, it's clearly stated there, addressing Galamsey. So it's just to enhance the other thing, because you can't always wait for the action to happen before you start using security to do it. Let's deal with it before it becomes an issue. And you know, because small-scale mining is done on a lower level compared to the large-scale mining, there's this gray area between it and illegality, which is actually the problem. It's not small-scale mining that is the issue, because you need a license to have a concession to do your mining at that level. But because of other issues, you have people delving into the illegality, which is the problem that is causing us those things. And to add up to it, you know, one of the issues that comes up a lot is the use of mercury and all that. And the gold catcher was introduced. No, that will be scaled up. But we also need to look at ways that we have data, not to leave people to just be moving around doing their own prospecting. So if we have a proper survey of it, like as I sit here, when we're during the creation of the region, there was a map that we found, we got from a GMPC, the seismic map. And you know where our oil and other deposits are. So you don't need to go and comb the whole area to be looking for the iron ore or the whatever it is. The map is there, it shows you, and that's what Dr. Bawumia is talking about. When you have all those maps,
but
you know that...
Can we wait till a day that if Dr. Bawumia becomes president, you know, we then deal with the issue, because what we are facing right now is an existential threat to our very existence as a nation.
David, I don't think efforts are not being put in place. It's been a difficult fight, no doubt about that. It's cost us a lot. It's costing us health, it's costing us livelihoods and all that. But measures are being paid. Just when it came up again, His Excellency the President said security should be deployed to these areas to do that. There are measures. It's not like we are sleeping on it. But don't also forget that His Excellency Dr. Bawumia has come out. The things that he was charged to do and lead, he did them. Some 33 or so of them. But he is not the president. Look, we've had president. Let's go to 1992. Did former President Rawlings go to the 1996 election with the same manifesto? Did Professor Mills go to elections with Mr. Rawlings's manifesto? Even the current flag bearer of the new petrol, even Nana Akufo-Addo, he went to 2020 with a different manifesto. Even the current flag bearer of the NDC, who said he was the luckiest president, luckiest vice president, was given the leeway to do everything that he wanted to do. The day that he was sworn in, he gave directives contrary to what his boss did. So for some of these things, when we go into that thing, everybody must be accountable and all that. And he has accounted for what he was responsible for. But until you become the head of state, there are certain policies. But all these things are things that the gold catcher is there, the geological survey. You remember even the Minerals Commission.
Please wrap it up.
Minerals Commission. Their monitoring department had to be enhanced with vehicles and other equipment to be pushing. But then it also comes to the collaborative nature that we all need to be involved to fight it. And we appreciate the role that the media is playing to it. And we should all continue playing our part so we can nip this before it becomes even disastrous than what it is now.
All right. Adjoa, promises upon promises. I don't know what you make of what Bawumia is saying.
So me, I've always known that our current government, which is the NPP government, is the government of talkatives. Oh, and before I say that, I want to use this opportunity to also correct some narrative. I mean, when I said that we are not asking for Madame Jane Mensah's kidney, I didn't mean it literally, but of course, sarcasm and figurative speech is not for everybody to appreciate. It was not literally, because we cannot literally ask for her kidneys. That said, like I was saying before the rude interruption, I have said that I've always known that this government is a government of talkatives, because they say a lot and they do almost nothing. We have seen promises upon promises. But today, I mean, after seeing that publication, I saw that publication this morning by Dr. Bawumia talking about illegal mining. I must say that, I mean, I admire the unhinged audacity. It is the disrespect for Ghanaians for me, how disrespectful our leaders can be. We have seen Dr. Bawumia being in power, be the vice president of this country for how long now? And now Dr. Bawumia comes to us and tells us that he suddenly has a plan, or he's had the plan, but he wanted to look at us suffer. We should die of the kidney diseases. We should die of the Buruli ulcers. Our mothers and our sisters should have deformed babies, and we should wait. And later, when we vote, or Ghanaians make the mistake, or they are able with the EC to find a way to rig the election.
You can't say that.
Oh yeah, that is what I think. That is what I think. When he finds a way, as they have said that they are going to use strategy, but they are not going to use the works that they have done over the past 8 years, but they are going to use strategy.
But elections are always one strategy.
After those strategies that they are saying, then he will finally come and then find a way to solve the Galamsey issue. The record is there to show Kweku.
But
the record,
Kweku,
allow me. Kweku, allow me.
Doesn't it?
The record is
not
there.
the vice president.
But the vice president has been going around saying that he did digitalization, he brought Ghana card, he did that. Didn't it all stop with the president? How is it that the vice president is able to claim credit for some good things of the government, but when it comes to all the bad things, then he wants to, you know, dissociate himself from the president. They worked together. Okay. He is the vice president of this country. He stayed in this country, and the record has shown clear that since this government came into power, our water bodies have become more turbid. Okay. We are being told that 38 forest reserves have gone extinct. We have seen the Frimpong Boateng report, and I'm not even going to talk about the fourth estate report. We have seen how they themselves have given about 47 forest reserves to their own party members, even before the passing of the LI that allows people to enter into forest reserve. The vice president was quiet all this while and now have caused people's lives. He now comes back to look us in the face, to tell us that he suddenly has a plan. Kweku, I think that it is very disrespectful, and as Ghanaians, we have endured too much disrespect from this government. And so it is time. And Kweku, I have said the NDC have already, when we launched our manifesto, we promised the people of Ghana that we already have existing laws that we are going to enforce to be able to achieve the Blue Water Initiative. That is, there is a law that bans all mining activities on our water bodies. What this government lacks is the will to be able to enforce it, because they will be enforcing it against themselves. And then when we come, we are going to implement what we call a Tree for Life initiative, which is going to literally heal and reclaim our lands. And so I entreat all Ghanaians to trust the NDC to help and solve this Galamsey menace.
Okay, thank you. Now, these messages have come through. The EC is downplaying the issues raised by the opposition NDC. If the voters register is error-free, why are they delaying to conduct a forensic audit on it? Hello, I am Kumsen, watching you live from Agona, Kwaman. The EC must be fair in this election. The nation is bleeding. Good morning, and my regards to you all. My plea is, for the purpose of peace and the growth of democracy, the EC should yield and have the voters register scrutinized. For the demo, I wish all Ghanaians, men and women, young and old, come out in our masses to demonstrate against Galamsey early October to help us salvage our lands, forests, and water bodies. Arise Ghana. My name is Emmanuel from Tema. The best solution of Galamsey is job creation and good remunerations. And the final one from Emmanuel again in Tema. He says, good morning, please. What will happen if we don't mine our minerals? Our attempts at extracting these minerals are not yielding the masses anything, but only the few elites, political gurus, are rather enjoying all the benefits. We must rather engage in intensive and mechanized farming, more and safe food for the people, more peace, and a better country. I'm going to say thank you to my guests this morning. We ran out of time, and so thank you very much to you, Loratu Musa Saka. Loratu is with the MPP. And I want to say a big thank you also to Joy Japoma and Song. She is a member of the NDC communications team. All right. Thank you very much to both of you. And thank you to for watching this segment of the show. We have more coming up in the show. You don't want to miss any of it. We'll be right back.